Nice that you're watching the SAI Conference 2015. My name is Lars Sørensen, and here in London we're talking to presenters, exhibitioners, participants, keynote speakers, all at the SAI Conference. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this video, and if you do, make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel in the end, so that we can give you all the content that we've been taping here. We got entire keynotes ready for you, and we got these small talks with our presenters. A lot of papers have been assigned and admitted to the conference, and here are the writers of those papers to present their ideas and also defend sometimes their ideas. Olatunde Banjo, originally from Nigeria, working in the UK with HSSMI, right? High Speed Sustainable Manufacturing Institute.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a name! Right. What is it that that this company does?
Actually, what we do is we do a lot of consulting work for companies like Ford and Jaguar Land Rover. So we do a lot of engineering consulting, and also importantly, we do a lot of research work for them as well.
All right. Within the company, you've been focusing on different subjects, and one of those subjects you wrote a paper about.
Yes.
Explain to us a little bit about your field of research.
Well, that particular paper was about 3D PDF. So it's about using the PDF technology to facilitate communication along the supply chain for engineering. So it's about making virtual engineering available on every engineer's desk. That was the goal of that particular project.
How did it work out?
It was a bit challenging, particularly I think as regards funding, because most of the projects that we do is funded by the Technology Strategy Board, and sometimes you don't have as much as you would like to invest into a particular project. But that was the main challenge that we had in terms of buying the technology to facilitate this communication across the supply chain.
So eventually, when you guys were trying it out, I guess you were also interacting with the engineers, the users, eventually, of the visual. How were their reactions? Is it new to them, or?
Well, interestingly, the way our organization is structured, one of our strengths is collaboration. So we like to work with people from academia, and also, like I said earlier, we've got industrial partners like Jaguar Land Rover and Ford. So the way it usually works is we partner with academia on a particular research topic, and fundamentally some of our partners end up being the end user. So we gather end user requirements from them, we do tests with them, so they're sort of involved all along the process.
It's really like a co-creation, and
yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
So what did this brought you? Like in the end, you were working on the paper, so you needed results. You needed something to present.
Yes.
What were the main takeouts?
I think for me, it was the ability to be able to have 3D embedded in PDF that we could send out and share and show. The project itself is not finished, so because the design is sort of modular, so we've only completed the first modules, and we thought, well, we can talk about that at this conference, and thankfully it was accepted, so we're here today.
Yes, so the presentation will be a little bit later. What do you hope from it, like in the reactions or maybe the new connections you would be making here?
Well, personally, I found a lot of people who are sort of like specializing in different areas, so there's been a lot to learn throughout the conference. I suppose for me, it will be a sort of understanding and a sort of sharing the knowledge that we have in this domain, to say, look, what we have is quite unique to the engineering industry in terms of the cost of current CAD tools. We're saying, well, look, we can offer an alternative just to make sure that we can collaborate a bit better.
Yeah, and the conference itself for you, were you also like following some of the keynotes, and what are some things that really stood out for you and maybe be even interesting for your field of work?
Well, I have to be honest, it's my first conference like ever. I didn't
really?
think I'll be here today to present my paper, because the first day was quite intimidating. I thought I might actually just bail out and send SAI an email and say, well, sorry, something happened. But I think over time I've come to warm up with people and network with them, and that's made me feel a bit more comfortable. I've also learned from many of the guest speakers. I think of particular interest for me was the lady from MIT today, and there was this other one about transportation and flow of information, which is quite related to some other research work that we do in the company. So I think the networking has been great, and being able to take that back to HSSMI to see whether there could be potential ways of collaboration in the future is quite useful to get from the conference.
We wish you the best of luck with the
Thank you.
presentation. It's coming up,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll hear much more about this presentation or about your work or
Yes.
the company that you represent.
Yes.
Thank you, Olatunde Banjo. And if you're
Fantastic.
liking this interview and you want to see more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then we'll be making all the content available to you for free and making sure that you keep inspired and informated. And if you're getting curious about all the things that are happening here at SAI, well, maybe we see you here next year.